Positive energy and good vibrations from me to you. You have now tuned in to Imperfect Fathers Podcast. Take two. Yo, that's an inside joke for everybody who's on Clubhouse. But anyway, yo, positive energy and good vibrations from me to you. This is RJD, the Imperfect Gentleman, and this is the Imperfect Fathers Podcast. Yo, KB, for real now, say what up to the good people, man.
I don't even want to no more. Like, what happened, y'all? Like,
that's messed up, though. You ain't say hello to the people who just tuned in, man. You don't want to say hello to them? That's
I got them. Like, what happened? It's your boy KB at It's Now and Never Entertainment. I'm back with the Kings. We back for another week of this good content.
Man, listen.
I'm not even gonna say the foolishness part no more because it just started off.
It's some foolishness already, right? We already started with the foolishness. All right, so listen, man. On this podcast, we have things that we do in a certain order, which that is talk to our Father, right, who is the perfect Father, and then we pay our bills around this place. So, with that being said, guys, Father God, we thank you for another week. We thank you for our life, our health, and our strength. God, as fathers and men, we thank you for our responsibilities. We thank you for those because we understand that it's not something you give lightly. It's not something you give to the weak, but you give to the strong on purpose. So, God, we thank you for our place in this earth. We thank you for our way we're supposed to be. And right now, God, we ask you to give us grace and mercy as we go across the airways, that we may help somebody in their space that we need to be. And the Father out there, God, that we may help, encourage and motivate and inspire them to be a better version of themselves, and not just themselves, God, but for their children and generations to come. So right now, these are our prayers and these are our actions. In Jesus' name, we do pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, guys. So listen, now for the bills. Listen, for all your music needs, right? Whether it be hip hop, gospel, R&B, you name it. It's Now and Never Entertainment. KB right next to me to the left. Pow. Listen, I got it right tonight, KB. You saw that? That was dope. I got it right.
I'm impressed.
You know what I mean? I've been working on it. But listen, check this out. For all your music needs, whether it be hip hop, gospel, R&B, this producer is phenomenal. If you have a project in your head and you want to hum it to him, he can turn that hum into a full-fledged track. How do I know? I've seen him do it firsthand. So listen, don't worry about it. If you have any kind of music needs, holla at KB over at It's Now or Never Entertainment. Listen, now check this out. Tonight, right, is a special night. You know why? Because tonight marks the night that I decided to change my life in a major way. Tonight is my 6-year wedding anniversary, right?
Oh, man, I needed to be at the keyboard.
You know what I mean? So, yes, it says she completes me. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's my wife right there and I. And tonight is our 6-year wedding anniversary. Today, rather, should I say. So
congratulations. What up, Cass?
Thank you very much, man. So I appreciate all the love. But guess what? Check this out. This shirt that I'm wearing is another product of Cassie's Classic Design. So if you have any kind of print needs, whether it be shirts, cups, signs, anything of that nature, Cassie's Classic Design is the way to go. So holla her on Instagram at Cassie's_classic_design. And if you don't want to holla on Instagram, you want to get her directly, her Gmail is Cassie'sClassicDesign@gmail.com. Yo, KB, man, tonight we about to talk about something, man. We about to talk about our needs, bro. As men, we're going to talk about it. How you feel about that?
I'm here for it. I think it's something that needs to be discussed. I think it's something that's for far too long been left on the back burner.
Mm-hmm.
And something I think that I think it's our own fault that it has been.
Oh, wow.
For a long time, we just were okay with not being okay. And it's time out for that.
Right. Okay. And like it's so dope you said that, because like that's the spin we're gonna go. But I got something crazy to take this conversation, because I've heard some really wild things, and everybody who on Clubhouse, and whoever's checking us out on later on Apple or Spotify, if you're not on Clubhouse, you should be. I am not affiliate. I am not marketing them, but it's a phenomenal platform. But to everyone on Clubhouse, we're about to take this conversation somewhere that it came from. which is Clubhouse. And our needs is one thing, right? But I don't think that we should have to defend them, right? I think that it's time for us to stop defending our needs. And I'll get to that in a second. But let's talk about our needs, KB, for a second. Like, what do you need as a man, bro? Like, from a woman. Let's first and foremost, what do you need from a woman as a man?
Um, I would say that good box. But we ain't gonna take it there right now.
Yo, I feel Troy's spirit right here, right now in the
I kind
building.
of channeled it in like I had to. But man, shout out to my boy Troy, who's going underneath the knife tomorrow. So we love you, bro.
Yes, indeed.
And we already know that it's gonna be all nothing but good results.
Absolutely.
But I think
there he go right there in the comments. He's in the building. Yo, TR Tribble in the building right now. We love you, King.
For sure. But
we already know.
In terms of needs, I think something that we take for granted is compliments. You know, it shows, at least with my love language, I need that touch. Show me that you want me around. Just out of the blue, just touch me. That shows me that you see me one. And I ain't even talking no sexual, just on some like real intimate type stuff. Like I might be doing the dishes and you just come behind me and you just give me a little hug, or just a pat on the shoulder, just showing like just a little rub down my head. You just touch me.
So KB, what you're saying is basically one of your love languages is physical touch, right? Like you want to be embraced. So, yo, KB, how tall are you?
I'm 6'2.5".
Right. How much you weigh, like around?
260.
All right. So yeah, I'm about to say we're gonna work on that. Like,
no doubt. I just started back this week, so
phenomenal. But check this out. Yeah, you guys heard the stature of this man, right? That man said he wants to be touched. He wants to be intimate, like, and it wasn't even a sexual way. He just wants to be hugged at some point, right? Like, that's real. Like, I don't understand if we understand how real that is, because it seems like so many men are crying out for this, KB, like married men and single men alike, because like you said earlier, we haven't been speaking about these things, right? We haven't been talking about them.
It's a fact.
And I'm so glad that you said that, because my wife knows that's one of my love languages. Like, I need to be touched. Like, I need to just feel you, even when we sleep. Right? Like, we're not ones that sleep under each other, because that's not what we do, right? We're not ones that like get like, I need you up under me. No, that's not the vibe. But throughout the night, I need to feel your leg. I need to feel your arm of your hand of some sort throughout the night. Like, something I need as a man, and I'm okay to say that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I think KB, I'm so glad you said that, because the way I had the vibe, and I'm still gonna go at it as like I was going at somebody, but in a way, I'm glad you said that. We are responsible for the fact that people don't know what we want as men, because we don't speak about it.
And I mean, there is the other side as well, that if you say that that's what you need, then you're considered less than.
Right.
And like, so, and that whole notion, like, man, please, man, we are emotional beings too.
Listen. Yo, KB, like, I love that you said that, my nigga, because first of all, if anybody in their right mind, right, even thinks for one moment that any individual, male or female, can separate who they are from their feelings, they're absolutely insane. You're out of your rabbit ass mind. Like, because in no actuality, like, there's no individual on this earth that can do that. And they told us to do that from children as boys. They told us, yo, man up. Men ain't supposed to cry. Tighten up. They told us this is garbage.
And it's still being told to this day. What do you mean?
Yo, and that's why, like, I'm talking to the point where they told us that, because I'm not saying that no more, KB. My little boy, he better cry. I embrace my son's tears now, KB. Like, where before I was telling him he better man up at the age of 2. Shame on me.
It's a fact.
Shame on me.
But know better, do better.
Come on, talk to me. Talk to me nice, man.
You understand me? So, and I think we've reached that point, and thank God that we have really. What
Right,
I'm seeing
right.
that even us in our the Black community, that we're okay with seeking help, professional help, and it's no longer taboo to go see, um, to go see someone if you need help in that particular area. If you need help healing, like we just had someone who passed away at my job. She'd been away for a while, and we didn't really know what was going on with her. And they brought in a grief counselor because she was actually someone who was within my direct team. She
Mm,
helped train me when I became an agent, and so they brought in a grief counselor. And some of the stuff that she was saying, she was like, man, like grief, it's not a linear thing. And I think this whole thing, like, you go from one point to another point to another point, and then you're done with grief. She said it's a circular thing. Like, you're gonna go through this point, and then probably come right back around to another, to the very beginning point.
mm.
And I think it's the same thing that we're going through now. That with our emotions, with being able to channel that. And I think as men, being able to say that, yes, we are emotional, but we're not going to allow our emotions to run us.
Hmm.
I think that's more so being manly than someone saying, no, that ain't even affect me at all. And then,
Right.
in the back of your mind, like, yeah, you really messed up. And next thing you know, you're acting on those emotions, because we got jail cells full of emotional people. We got
Right.
we got the graveyard full
Talk
of
to me.
emotional people.
Talk to me, KB, man. Like, listen, it's so crazy that, and not only emotional, not understanding how to deal with them
Exactly
because
right.
they was told them to put them away. Like, and this was so crazy. Yo, Queens, hear my heart and hear when I say this. And I'm not bailing nobody out. I'm so tired of just having to defend my statements. But anyway, I'm not bailing nobody out. What I'm saying is, think about this. The next time you want your man to be emotionally available, he was taught, he was raised to not show those things that you want to see, Queen.
Facts.
We was brought up under the things that we're not supposed to show you. Our affection, our emotions. A man not supposed to cry. A man's not supposed to show his emotions. These are things that we was taught. And not only taught, we was shown that if you did show those opposite traits, right? Like, you did show your feelings and emotions, you'll be cast into a pond that you do not want to be placed in.
Exactly. And you're looked at as less than. You know what
Beyond less than, like,
I'm saying? And
it was
you
just,
know, so
man.
so at what point do it's like a catch-22, for real, for real. You say you want an alpha male, and you say you want this and that, and your true your definition of an alpha male is a toxic male.
Mm, wow.
And because you don't want him to show no emotions, and that's not realistic.
Right.
And when he comes up and he's being all this macho, and he only shows one aspect of being that alpha male, which is the macho part of it, and he's leaving you, and you're kind of barren on all of the others.
Right.
So I think an alpha male is a male who is in tune with his entire self, not just type A, going
Right.
for everything, making everything happen, this and that and that. And but he's emotionally not there for you.
Right.
And next thing you know, you cheating with the next dude who was even nothing like what you wanted.
Listen, oh my God, you about to go down the street where they open up many blocks on that street.
I mean,
but check this out, KB, and the reason why I even had this topic for the conversation tonight was that I'm so sick and tired of us just being like having to defend our needs, right? Why is it that every time I feel like a man states, "Oh, I need this from a woman," the first thing that comes out of the opposite mouth is, well, women need this, or we need this as women. Why isn't it okay for us as men to say we need anything? Like, why is that a fight?
It's the
Like,
whataboutism syndrome.
ooh, wow. KB, do me a favor. Say that one more time. The what syndrome?
The what about this is syndrome. Whataboutism.
What aboutism? Wait a minute.
The
That's
thing is,
wow, that's different.
when it's the other side. Like if we was to take it to the political, there, we say Black Lives Matter, then they say, all lives matter.
Right.
Oh, whataboutism syndrome. Like,
ooh.
so they're saying, hey,
reverse it.
They're not actively listening. They're listening to rebut as opposed to listening to understand what we're truly trying to say. We're not saying that we need this and we could care less about what you need.
Right.
We need this in conjunction to what you also need.
And honest to God, bro. Like that's honest to God. When me and my wife's relationship started really blossoming, like when I realized that she wasn't competing with me, like I'm not competing with her, right? And she didn't feel no kind of way when I told her I needed something from her. Like she didn't feel like she had to tell me in that space, well, guess what? I need this from you. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't a tit for tat. And that's when our relationship really started like skyrocketing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm trying to get everyone to understand. Like, and another thing I'm trying to get everybody to understand is that when you hear a man like me speaking, right? A man who understands that there's many caliber of men, right? So there's no way in the world I could possibly be speaking for every caliber of man when I open my mouth.
It's a fact.
So my thing is this, I get it. I'm growing and my platforms are growing. But come on, y'all. And my DMs, y'all should not be trying to check me when I'm literally talking from my heart about a group of men that I can literally speak for. KB, has it been any time that I said anything over a platform that you can't vouch for?
That's a fact. No.
I speak for a certain brand of men. I speak for a certain caliber of men. So when you hear me across my lives, you hear me on this platform, I'm not speaking for the men who's done you dirty, Queens.
Right.
I'm not speaking for the scumbag niggas that you might allow to hit your DMs. I'm not talking about those dudes less lower than what I'm speaking about. I'm not talking for them. I'm speaking from a man who understands that, yo, I've made some mistakes in my life. I'm not perfect. Damn, my name implies it. The name of this platform implies it. I'm imperfect and everything about me. But come on, y'all. If I showed you half of the DMs I get from people just saying, well, you can't say that. Well, damn, why can't I?
Please.
And I'm like, yo, listen, I'm getting sick and tired of defending myself because anybody who truly understands and know where I'm really from would even question, who are you? How you even have the space to question people like, this is not your lifestyle. Because it was a time in my life where I'd be like, yo, listen, either you're going to check it or respect it. Either way, I'm with it.
Facts.
But I've matured. I got 2 children to model a certain lifestyle for now and to raise a certain way. So guess what? That those times of the past is where they at. So listen, when I say this right now, I promise you, even my therapist and everyone else I've spoken about it before this moment, it's told me, yo, stop defending yourself.
Yeah.
And in this moment, right, at 8:31 p.m. on Sunday, on July 18th, 2021, RJD, the Imperfect Gentleman, I'm telling you right now, I'm not apologizing. Well, let me not say that because I probably say something wrong. I might have to apologize for it down the road. But I'm not going to defend myself no more or my statements or what I want as a man, y'all. Like my wants? Come on. And at the end of the day, my wife is here. Like she supplies me those. So My wants, I get those supplied. So if I say them over the air, and guess what? If my wants or my needs trigger you, respectfully, you need some help. There's some work that needs to be done. I'm gonna say that over the airways one more time, and for the final time. If my wants or my needs or something I says triggers you, especially in the space that I'm in now, that I'm talking to men, helping them develop and grow and be a better version of who they are, if that triggers you, there's a lot of work that needs to be done.
It's something within. Like
Hey,
I have to say, like when it comes to that whole thing, I think and everyone is right when it comes to not wanting or not having to defend yourself. If you said it and someone misunderstood what you were saying, and they generally just misunderstood, I'll explain to you what I
yeah, I'm
mean.
down with the clarity factor.
Yeah,
I'm, I'm,
absolutely.
I'm, I'm with that. No
But
question.
if you're a contrarian,
Come
and
on, talk to
you
me.
know they're out there that I call them contrarian just to be politically correct,
I
but
wish I had something to pull up right now on the
it's
screen right
called
now.
trolls. You know what I'm saying? They're trolls. They're the ones who want attention. And attention is the worst drug there is right now. I'm just saying. But
Facts.
they just want some of your attention. And to be honest with you, king, queen, whoever you are, I ain't got the time for it.
Come on. Come on.
I ain't got the mental capacity to go there with you. To be honest
And
with you.
and like I'm sitting here and I'm saying to myself, like, how could this be even a thing, right? Like how as individuals, right? Like because we get so caught up in this male and female and all this other genders, but like how is individually, right? Anyone's wants or needs offensive,
Exactly.
right? Like I'm maybe we wrong, KB. If somebody's out there right now on any platform, and you checking this out, when you checking this out, get at me, right? Let me know how could someone's wants be offensive? Because if you could truly explain that to me, I'm an open-minded individual at this point in my life. I'm open to hear it, but I can't truly understand it. I can't understand how someone else's wants or needs being stated, especially from a species that was told not even to speak of them.
Listen. And that's the whole thing where it comes to that whole homophobic type of things. Like, man, whatever floats your boat,
Right,
you like. I could care less.
right.
So the people that be getting like uber mad and
Yo,
what, you sus
yo,
as
and,
hell.
and you know what? I'm so glad you said that because another instance on Clubhouse. Now check this out. I know I'm probably gonna lose some followers, but guess what? I really don't give a damn because if you leave me because I said this, you wasn't my follower to begin with. So check this out. I'm on Clubhouse, right? And
Mhm.
shout out to my man King Art. He said, now don't quote me. I believe it was something about the LBG community, right? Now, the LBG. Now, I don't know if it's GBT or how many letters, right? Now, look, even you got to guess to see how many letters is involved.
It's quite a bit. Like,
Now, right now,
no
check
offense,
this.
by the way.
Now, see, look, but check this out, KB. No, you. Why do you have to say no offense?
Um, you're right.
Yo, all you,
I don't even
but
want to
this is
go
what I'm
there because I'm
saying.
gonna say something.
Because my thing was this: you didn't mean no harm by it. You don't know it. You don't know the letters that they consider part of their description, right? Now check this out. This is the very same thing happened on Clubhouse. Now, no shade or no punch to the gentleman who brought this up, but he was like, "Yo, this is a part of the problem. We make jokes because what happened was, somebody said LBG, and then someone else came off their mic and said."
URS.
No, we don't know how many letters it is right now, whether it added the X to it or not. So it was funny, right? It was like, well, you're right. We don't know what letter it is, and we don't know if they added an X to it. It was funny, and it was a true statement. We don't know the letter. So
That's okay.
leave it where it's at, right? But then the gentleman came on the air and was like, well, you know what? That's a part of the problem right now. We're making fun of their. I'm like, wait a minute. Why are you so sensitive? No, he's not. He didn't state at no point in his statement that anything derogatory about anyone who is gay, lesbian, of anything of that caliber. He didn't state none of that. He only stated that he did not know what letter was part of their description that they're using currently. Because at first it was LBG. All of a sudden it's LBGT, all this other stuff. Guess what? I don't know the letters, and I don't give a damn about the letters. And I'm not going to apologize about not knowing the letters. You know why? It's not my lifestyle. It's not what I take a part of. And guess what? If I offended you, too fucking bad, right? It's too bad. I'm not going to apologize because you know why? We are too sensitive, yo. As a people, we are way too sensitive, man. And guess what? I'm not that guy. I was raised a certain way, and guess what? However I was raised, I'm not shying away from that. It's a part of my DNA. I'm directing forward. If I don't know something about you, I don't know it. If someone makes a joke or something that's not offensive that I believe in my mindset, in my universe, I'm gonna laugh at it. Judge me if you will. But guess what? I sleep well at night because my heart is pure. I have no malintention to no individual, regardless of your sexual orientation, of nobody else. I could give a damn who you sleep with.
I agree with you. And the only reason that whole thing was funny because it's true.
Come on, KB.
He really know.
We don't know if you're LBGT, elemental PQ, or S. We don't know what you got right now, nigga.
My whole thing is like, I respect you though.
KB, this is what I'm talking about. Yo, listen, my mother is openly gay. Openly. She has a wife. What are we talking about out here?
You feel me? Intentions are everything. And I think that's what people leave behind. Like, you take something that's said in ignorance.
Come on, man.
You take it as this law. No, bro, he just did not know. Intentions mean something. Yo. Like, if I had an ill intention, then yeah, come with all the smoke. But if the person just was ignorant, educate.
Come on. And you know what's so crazy and what made me mad? And I know I'm probably gonna get some slack for this in the back channel, but like, because we was on a public platform, it was stated and we felt like we had to apologize in that space. Now I get it. We got a face to maintain, right? I get it. We all got platforms, especially men of the caliber of us. I get it. But yo, listen, I guess I'm gonna fall short in a lot of spaces if this comes down to it. I'm gonna keep it a stack, y'all. I'm not switching my vibe, y'all. I'm not changing up my energy. If this keeps me out of NBC, CBS, or any other network, so be it. I can give two fucks to keep it a stack. I don't care.
You're gonna be authentic to yourself
at all times. When I go to bed at night and close my eyes, I'm gonna sleep good.
Right.
Because you know why? I'm gonna make sure that everything that I say across my mouth that I'm okay with, and I can stand in front of God with. And if I can stand in front of God with it, listen, ain't no man can check me. Period, point blank. If I can stand in front of God with it, can't no man check me.
It's kind of like that whole situation with Stephen A. Smith, and when he had to apologize about what he said about the baseball player not being an English speaker. I guess the best player, and I didn't follow the story very closely in terms of what he said, but I don't think he said basically that the best player being non-English speaking is gonna hurt the game. He didn't say nothing about because he's a non-speaker. He told his truth, what he thought was his truth, that the best player in the league doesn't speak English and need an interpreter is gonna hurt the game.
Yeah, I don't know. Right. Yeah, and you know what's so crazy, bro? This might hurt us down the road, but if any sponsor hears this, I can care less. I'm not gonna stop speaking my truth. You can't tell me my truth. Can't nobody tell me my truth. Like, you can't tell me how I feel as an individual. You can't tell me how to feel as an individual. So what is the conversation about? Like how are we even in this space about you even attempting to tell me what I can feel, say? Because at the end of the day, isn't this country based upon free speech and all the rest of the amendments? I thought.
Please.
Right. Here we go again with this, right? But guess what, KB? I know it's crazy, but I'm not living under those standards, bro. Like, I'm as real as it gets, bro. Like, ask me a question. I dare you. The question is, can you take the answer? My mother tell you at 11 years old. Well, not 11. What was it? 13 years old, if I'm not mistaken. She knows exactly the age. At 13 years old, they asked in the doctor's office, do you want your mother to stay in the office? I'm like, yeah, why not? We about to ask you some personal questions. Well, I don't care. What? Are you sexually active? Nah, but I've been playing with some. I've been playing around with some women, some girls. I don't hide that from my mama. Point of the story. I ain't got nothing to hide from nobody else on this earth. Now, guess what? If you ask me something I don't want to tell you, I'm gonna tell you flat out. None of your business. Period. But guess what? If you ask me a question that deserves an answer, that I think is dignified enough, that I think I should dignify enough with an answer, I'm gonna give it to you, and as raw as uncut as I possibly can, because that's my cloth. That's what I'm made of. Like, somebody might ask me, "Yo, RJ, spit that bar again," right? When I'm flowing and I'm in my zone, I can't. I gotta go back and check the tape because it's coming out off the dome. I don't write this stuff down.
It's pure.
It's coming from my heart. I ain't got nothing pre-written. Nothing. Because you know why? I don't like doing it. I don't like doing homework. I'm gonna keep it a stat. If I write some notes, believe it or not, like the other week I wrote some notes for the show, it was some important shit. I had to really remember something that was on my chest.
Facts.
But other than that, I'm not writing nothing down. I ain't, like, especially now, I'm gonna keep it a stack. I got VAs. I'm not really writing too much stuff down. I'm giving it to my virtual assistants. Shout out to the team. But I'm not because I can't. That's not what I'm good at. What I'm good at is pulling up and showing up as who I am. And this is who I am, man. And as much as me and my therapist go over it of being unapologetically who you are and being me, it's like, yo, listen, damn it, I'm tired of repeating myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of defending it. Because for real, like, when you think about this, KB, if someone came to you and told you right now, yo, man, I just need some food, bro. I'm hungry. Your first response is not going to be like, well, nigga, I'm hungry too.
Facts.
Like, come on. Oh, I got my man pulling up. Oh, he pulling out from the crib. Amityville, stand up. What it do, King? Son, what it do, my dude? You already know. Who else we got in here? Oh, this is my cousin. My bad. That's the young TR. What it do? Ah, man, I ain't seen neither one of y'all two kings in a minute. Yo, God bless both of y'all. Good to see y'all kings, man. Both family. Appreciate y'all, man, for pulling up. But yeah, man, so check this out. Another thing that was on my heart, right? When we have to open our mouth and speak, right? Like I said earlier, when I'm speaking from a place of genuine help, right? Or something that I've come through, or something that I'm currently coming through, I'm not saying that's for everyone, right? And all my clients know that when I speak, I'm not speaking for the world. I tell them all the time, this is just me speaking. This is not for everyone else. So when I say something, it's literally my truth. Like, it's almost impossible for me to speak for the entire generation or the entire world.
It's a fact. I mean, if I'm saying something, you don't like what I'm saying, turn the channel. And and I mean, I hate to say it, but it's tons of other people out there talking what you want to hear.
Facts.
And this isn't, if what I'm saying, at least at this moment, throw that away. Take what you want out of it and throw it away. Like, I'm the king of that. I'll be on YouTube looking for something completely different, and then I'll just sit there and listen to them, and they'll answer a question that I had from some time ago. Right. And everything else was basically garbage to me, but I'm gonna take what I can out of that and apply it to my life. What's so hard about that?
Yo, and you know what's so crazy? I think that we have to change how we hear things. right? Because of traumas, we hear things and we think that people are talking at us, right? When we're speaking across airwaves, we're so caught up in we haven't dealt with the traumas in our life that we feel like even if we hear someone speaking over an airwave, that they're talking at us,
Facts.
right? Like we've been so caught up and so programmed to have someone speaking down to us. And this is why, to be honest now, y'all, and me being transparent, I don't even speak down to my children no more. When I have to speak to them, especially I have to discipline them, I get down low enough on their level to where they can see me. Because no one wants to feel that they're being spoken down to or spoken at. So whenever you feel that way, your defense mechanism kicks up, right? And this what happens, and it's okay because we naturally need defense mechanisms. But what we have to do is start being conscious and cognizant of what's going on with our individual bodies. We gotta pay attention to ourselves. Like I said earlier, it might have sounded funny, or it might even sound arrogant, or whatever you want to call it. But I said if I said something that triggered you, it might be some space that you need some healing. Because the truth is, I'm only saying things that I want to help my brother and sister. Like I'm not here to tear no one down. Like I don't have my confidence is high enough for me to pull someone up. I don't have to make anyone else feel lower than me for me to feel bigger than who I am. I'm bigger than that. So every word out of my mouth, I'm trying to uplift my brother or my sister. This is my plan. This is my whole reason for existing.
That's a fact. I don't know how we got to this whole sensitive, that everyone is so damn sensitive, and this whole cancel culture. Um, some people are trash and deserve to be canceled, but some made a mistake, and the intentions weren't malicious, and they deserve a chance. But with this council, we throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
Right.
And and
no pun intended, because like ain't that little mama in the back somewhere?
She is, man. She been talking about something she want to get out. I've been trying to telling her like, go, I'm coming. She's gonna about to jump out of it in a second and be like, yeah, I told you I was done. Like,
I love that little girl, man. She is something else.
So, in terms of like the whole cancel culture and stuff like that, like, come on, man. Some of these people, yeah, we throwing the baby out with the bathwater and stuff like that. But come on, right. It was the water that was messed up. The person was pure with what they were saying. They probably saying something out of pure ignorance, like.
Or to be honest, let's keep it a stat, because we're multifaceted beings, right? We speak out of different areas in our life. Today, I'm speaking from an energetic space where I had a phenomenal day with my wife, and I'm clear-headed, right? I went to the beach. I meditated this morning. I had a great, phenomenal day. I'm clear-headed today. Now, you might catch me 3-4 days later where I'm in an angry space, where something might have transpired in that moment. You catch me, and I'm not the same individual as you caught me right now. But you can't throw me away as an individual because you caught me in a different asset of my life.
That's another form of our needs. Like, I need you to understand that I'm not always going to be on go mode.
Come on, man. And that's why dating advice 101, queens and kings, check someone out in all points of their life. When they're happy, when they're sad, when they're around family, when they're around friends, when they're just in a regular space. You got to be around somebody at all points to know them. This is how you start to understand somebody. This is how you create safe space for people to be who they are. Because guess what? You don't know if you have the capacity to take it, what they have, if you've never seen it. You don't know if you have what it takes to be what it takes for someone if you've never seen them in that element. Right? My wife didn't know she could be what she needed to be for me when my grandmother died until she was there in that moment. She didn't know she had what it took. Because guess what? I didn't know I had what it took because I never thought I'd see the day. So how could I prepare her for a moment that I never seen coming? But guess what? As my wife, she had to endure that. As my spouse, she had to be there for that. But how could she have been prepared for that? She couldn't have been.
That's a fact.
But guess what? Now she knows she has the capacity to hold me in that space. She now knows that she has the capacity to hold me in that space, right? She understands that now because guess what? It's muscle memory. She's been through it. She's felt that pressure on her back before. She's felt this 210 pounds collapse on her because I didn't know what else to do. She felt that. And guess what? Her legs, her back is stronger now because she felt that. And now that she understands that, guess what? Another sad day is coming. The day now, my mother closed her eyes. But she's prepared for that.
They do.
But guess what?
She knows she's built for it.
She had to go through something to get there. That means she had to commit to the process. That means she had to be down with the long run. Because guess what? If she wasn't, she could have took off. Yo, KB, when that weight gets too heavy on the chest under that bench and you tap that weight, what does somebody come do for you?
That's a spotter, baby.
They come and do what?
They come and lift that up off of you.
Right? And you can get up from under that weight.
And that's a fact. And you know, the whole thing is for real, even with a spotter doesn't take all of the weight. You don't just take your hand off the bar and be like, yo, you go ahead and do it. Nah, they come and give you just enough pressure so it could get up off your chest so you could do it. And that's the whole thing with the need thing. Like, I don't need you to lift everything. I just need you to spot me.
Come on, man.
At this moment, my muscle is atrophy. It's tired. I need you just to lift, get it up off me real quick. I'll bounce back. I just need let me get in between these sets real quick. Let me get this little 60-second rest. I'm good to go.
That's all we need. And all the real men need, right? Like that's like, because in no actuality, Queens, like my wife will tell you, I'm one of the most easiest going men in the world. I say I'm difficult because of my mood swings, because I know that about myself. But everything else about me, yo, my wife would tell you in the 14 to 15 years we've been together, I probably asked for a handful of things, physical. Handful. And that not even counting 2 handfuls, literally a handful. But only thing I really want is just to be cared about, heard, right? Loved on, cared about, seen about, right? That's all I want as not even a man, y'all. Because at the end of the day, yo, KB, I know men about to probably throw me in the garbage for saying this. But every last man wants the same exact thing that every woman wants. No, just in a simple another form of it. That's it. Yo, Queens, the way you want to be held, we was held by our mamas. Right? Like the biggest man in the world got a mama that held him at some point. So when that big man just wants to be held, why are you crucifying him? You might not crucify him in that moment. Let's talk about it.
That's a fact.
But why does that moment come up later on? Oh, well, guess what? You wasn't this tough the other night when you wanted to be held. Wait a minute.
You're not a safe place. And guess what? That's
why
such a violation that he would never get to go there with you again.
Let me tell you, I got 4 clients, KB, 4 who've heard it. I got an older gentleman, older than who I am, KB, going through it right now. So it's not an age thing, Queens. And I'm not talking at y'all. I'm having a conversation with y'all. And if the shoe don't fit to y'all, listen, push to the side, enjoy the conversation.
You understand me?
But listen, Queens, if it do fit, but hear me out. If it do fit, though, Queens, I'm not chastising you. I'm a brother that just wants to help you. Not just help you, but help you interact with that brother. That's my brother. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help you interact better with my brother. I'm not sitting here trying to crucify y'all, put y'all on this thing and make y'all feel bad. By no means. But what I'm saying is I'm hearing the cries of my brothers. And what I'm telling y'all, Queens, is this. I know men, right? I know both sides of them because guess what? I've lived on both sides of that. And I can say that proudly because I can dignify that by saying, guess what? The man I used to be, I loved him 100%. I got no shame in saying that. The man I used to be, the scumbag, right? The piece of shit, the woman that I used to be, I loved him, right? Because that's who I used to be. The man that I am currently, the lover of women, the uplifter of our queens, the father of a beautiful princess, the husband to a phenomenal queen, the son to a dominant queen, to a brother to an outstanding queen, a nephew to a phenomenal queen. Listen, as who I am now, I love who I am with a passion. You might be able to hear it in my voice. But guess what, y'all? I'm infatuated with the man that I'm going to be. You hear me? I love this chase and this hunt for better. I don't care about what I did yesterday. My faults and my shortcomings, all those things, I could care less about. Because everything that I failed doing yesterday, I promised myself I won't fail today with. But guess what? If I do, the man that I celebrate, the man that I worship, and then the man that I pray to has already forgiven me. Because he understands that I'm an imperfect individual. There is nothing about me perfect. And he doesn't require me to be. And I think that a lot of men would do a lot of women a lot better out here in this world if they understood that they don't have to be perfect as men. I think a lot of men, my forefathers, men that I watch perish in relationships, if they understood that they did not have to be perfect. No, queens, it's not your fault. Mm-mm. Because guess what? It wasn't my grandmother's fault. It wasn't my mama's fault. It wasn't your mama's fault. All generations, it's not your fault. It's what we were taught, y'all. Hear me. Hear my heart. You don't know what you don't know. You cannot be held responsible for information that you did not know or understand. But guess what? When you come into the light, that's when responsibility comes. So everyone under the sound of my voice, you now have the responsibility to go out there and check yourself first. See where you are and be honest. If you've been critical to a man that showed you what he needs or he wants, be okay with saying, you know what? Damn, I've messed up in the past, but I'm going to do it better going forward. There's nothing wrong with that. That does not take away anything from you. If anything, hell, it builds you up. It takes you to another level of your own maturity. And my God, let me tell you something. When you let yourself just open your mind to understand things on a whole nother plateau, right? When you get out of your own way, when you take the opportunity to unlearn some things that you've been taught that might have not been the right thing. I'm not one here to sit here and try to beat your past up. But what I'm saying is we got to check our mindset, right? We got to check how we look at things. Because that's the only way we're going to grow and develop and to be better individuals. This is the only way, y'all. The only way. As a man, y'all, I don't feel like we have to continue to really start. I'm sorry, to continue to defend our needs. And this is the whole rant of this podcast tonight, y'all. If a man says he needs something within reason, right? Let me say that. Excuse me. Within reason. If it's his need, give it to him. Because if you have a need you want to supply, right? We got to remember that before we are men and before we are women, we are individuals running this human race called life with daily experiences. That's all it is. We are running this daily life together as individuals. Our gender separates us sexually, right? So we can reproduce, so we can procreate. But at the essence of it all, we bleed the same. We have the same color blood. We have the same organs for the most part. We have minds, right? We're all human beings, man. So a human being's needs or wants should not trigger you, y'all. Coming from a pure place, another human's needs, male or females, should not trigger you. But if it does, there's nothing wrong with not being okay. Let me say that. Right? There is nothing wrong with not being okay. Where the wrong comes into play is when you know that you're not okay and you don't get the help. Now, I've said a lot of things over this airways over the last hour and change, or almost hour now. And like I do every week, I'm going to watch the replay. I'm going to sit down with my editors. They're going to give me my clips and we're going to go through it. But I can almost guarantee, like I do every week, I'm going to enjoy the podcast. Because when I come down off of this energy that I'm on right now, it's always amazing to see how passionate I am when I'm in this space. But one thing I'm going to tell y'all right now is this. Where I'm at in my life right now and what I want going forward for not just myself, y'all, because I'm not selfish no more. I got 2 beautiful children that are going to bury me. Hear me good. Over these airways, I am prophesying that yonder years from now, let's be clear, not today, tomorrow, anytime soon. Yonder years from now, my children, when they're up in their graves, will be burying me. But on that day, when they bury me, my legacy will live on. These things that I leave on this earth, these videos, these things that I'm leaving here digitally, excuse me. I'm not just doing it for myself. I'm standing tall so Josiah Ramon Dockery, JRD, because I'm RJD, check that out. When he gets old enough to understand the baton that I'm handed to him, he'll be able to look back and check these videos and understand that this father not only spoke about this, but he lived it because he watched me do it. So I'm not just saying anything I'm saying over the airways without praying and meditating or even thinking about what I'm saying to the people. Because let me tell y'all something. The reason y'all don't see me with a clergy collar around my neck, and this is crazy, I'm saying this right now. I might even get emotional saying it. The reason y'all don't see me professing to be a minister of the gospel, because trust me when I tell you, I know the book at the back of my hand. But the reason I don't is because I'm scared of the responsibility of leading souls. You hear me? Because I understand that the one thing that God does not appreciate is a hypocrite. I understand there's certain parts of my life that is not qualified to lead to masses now. Don't get me wrong. That's why my name is what it is. There's some things about me that's not okay that I'm still working through. But I never told y'all I wasn't a work in progress. Y'all can never go back and check any tape that I've been on and heard me say that I'm perfect. But one thing y'all can say is that I'm a work in progress. And I say what I say across this platform that I created because This is my heart work. This is what I feel like I'm comfortable enough to do. But trust me when I tell you, I don't take the fact that anyone is following me for light or for granted. Everything that I say across these airwaves, I promise you, is just to benefit. Never to tear down, never to hurt or destruct. Okay, we got about 5 left before we get up out of here, man. I think I've poured out my heart enough. I ain't got nothing left. And plus, it's my honeymoon. I'm sorry, not my honeymoon, but my anniversary night.
No, it's all right. The honeymoon on your
Oh, well, you know, well, damn it, you know about the honeymoon, then. You know what I mean? We got to get up out here on time tonight. Anybody checking in right now for the first time who don't know, listen, tonight is my 6-year anniversary. I've been with my queen for 14 years, she told me. I was bumping it up 1 year. I was trying to say 15, but it's 14 years together and 6 years married. So tonight has been today itself has been a phenomenal day. I'm just blessed, to be honest, because God has allowed this to happen to me. I just told y'all earlier, I've had some disgusting ways that I used to be about. But God has saw fit to bless me with a queen that's not only phenomenal, but patient. Man, listen, I'm blessed, y'all.
Dopeness.
I'm blessed. Yo, KB, man, talk to the people. Last words for them folk out here. I know I done preached a half of the night. Oh, there she go right there in the camera. Jacob, my baby. Hey, baby.
I got it. This little girl is giving me a run for the money right now.
Oh, that's what she's supposed to do, man.
Man, the whole bathroom floor just flooded. Yo.
Oh man, are you on the first floor? I hope you're on the first floor.
I am.
Okay, good. Ain't nobody worried about
it. Say hi, but just to the kings, say what you mean and mean what you say. So if it is something that's bothering you, speak your mind. And for a long time, I had an issue with that. I would work it out within myself. And sometimes working it out within myself could take a week, could take 2 days, and that whole time, it's separation between you and your queen. You know, times that y'all could be building, working it through, because disagreements are ladders.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you could get better in disagreements.
Facts.
So stop internalizing everything and open up. And queens, be a safe space. Because if he comes to you with it, he shouldn't have to worry about him hearing it somewhere else.
Yo, that right there is a bar, y'all. And that to the kings and queens. And I'm just gonna leave the mic with this tonight, guys. Everything that you hear, right? Take the meat and spit out the bones. Not just on my platform, but everyone else's. I think that we've gotten so used to just hearing what we want to hear because we can follow who we want to follow, right? And anything that we don't want to hear or is not pleasant to our ears, we immediately reject. I think we need to diversify our hearing, right? Diversify the things that we hear and open up our minds. Stop being so closed-minded to what someone says because it makes you feel a certain kind of way. Be open to someone else's opinion. Be open to someone else's standpoint, because in no actuality, they're just human. They're just individuals coming from a certain place because of what they've been through, right? If we could all just get to the space where we're thinking to ourselves, this person is showing up how they are because of what they've been through, we could have more compassion and empathy for people, right? And then we wouldn't internalize and compartmentalize things that we shouldn't as men, especially as men. So what I want to say is, and as well in this moment, men, if you are having a hard time with being able to express yourself, being able to say your feelings and elaborate on your feelings, there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. It takes work. You're going to need some help. And help is only to help you be a better version of who you're supposed to be, not keep you where you are and crucify you for it. That's help. Help brings you up. Help doesn't keep you where you at. All right. I see we got a comment came through. Let me see. What made me an imperfect father was my youngest son's mother after I left. Her bitterness led to her saying all kinds of craziness, making it seem that I was imperfect. I know PM late, but peace. Oh, okay. I know I'm late, but peace. yo, Van Smith, yo, blessings to you, King. I appreciate you pulling up, man. And listen, we'll definitely chop into this on the next episode, because at the end of the day, we just trying to be better, right? We ain't coming here to beat on our women, and we're not here to draw a division between us. What we're trying to do is literally love on each other and be better versions of ourselves, guys. So with that being said, fathers, hear me when I say this. To the world, you are just a dad and nothing else. That's all you are, a dad. But check this out. To your family, you are the world. Do not let that right there go over your head. It is one of those most profound statements I've ever heard. And I live with it daily. But guess what? We up out of here. And y'all know my vibe. And y'all know how I leave every platform. And it ain't going to change tonight. So with that being said, be good to yourself and the ones around you. And if you can't be good to the ones around you, it's okay. Just get those folk from around you. Yo, guys, this is RJD, the Imperfect Gentleman. This has been the Imperfect Fathers Podcast. Y'all be blessed. Peace, y'all.